Good morning, girls. Welcome back to the lecture of J2EE. We'll continue from the last session, that is session tracking approach using cookies, right? In the last session, we learned how to create a cookie, and we use these methods for creating cookies. Then we set the maximum age for cookie using set maximum age method, right? Then we added the detail of cookie using response.add cookie method. Then we had gone through the example also. In previous session we created two files, main.jsp and index.jsp. We'll continue with the same example. Here we will use the main.jsp as well as index.jsp for running our current example. In today's session, we will learn how to read the value of cookie which is already exist and which was created by a programmer in some other JSP page, right? For that we will use a get cookie method. Let us go through this example. To read a cookie, you need to create an array of javax.servlet.http cookie objects, right, by calling the get cookie method of http servlet request class. Then you can use a for loop for getting the name of cookie and to get the value of that associated with the cookie, right? These both methods we will use in our current program. As you know that in the previous session we copied this code and pasted in NetBeans. Let us reopen the same example by opening NetBeans. This is our example number 12. We are continuing with the same example. As you can see, this project is already available in the left panel. Just expand it, open your web pages folder. As you can see here, index.jsp is present. It is opening. It will take some time. Progress bar is running. Index page is loaded. Here we provided two text boxes, one for entering first name and one more text box for entering last name, and we provided one submit button also. By clicking on this button we will move on main.jsp. What we have done in main.jsp, let us go through one more time. Here we created two cookies with name first name and last name. We set the maximum age for this cookie 24 hours. Then we added all the detail of cookie using response.add cookie method, right? Now the turn of third page access underscore cookie. As I told you that I have just copied all the code from our document to our JSP page. Let us try to understand what does it mean. HTML tag begin, body tag begin. Inside the body tag, here you can see the scriptlet tag is begin. Here I have created one object of type cookie, right, and assigned a null to this object. Then we create I have created one array of type cookie with name cookies. See the difference between these two names. The first object is cookie, and here the array of cookie is defined as cookies, and in both objects I have assigned a null value, right? Now get an array of cookie associated with the same web page. How we can get it? Using request.getCookies method, we can get the detail of cookie in this object. See, here I have used cookies, which is an array of cookie type, right? Here we got all the detail of cookies defined in our main.jsp page. Here we have defined two cookies with name, first name and last name. The detail of this both cookies we will get over here in this array. Now we are checking that whether this array is empty or non-empty, right? That we can check with the help of null value. If cookie is not equals to null, that means it has something stored in this object, then we will execute this if condition. Here as we have defined two cookies in main.jsp, right? This will print found cookie name and value. Then for the cycle we will take one for loop, right? Here I is initialized with 0 and the condition is I is less than cookies dot length. As you know that the index of array begin with 0. If we created two cookies, then it will iterate for loop 0 and loop 1. Value of I is 0 and value of I is equals to 1, and then I plus plus. So we compared the value of I with the length of cookies. So this will execute 2 times, right? Then for the first cycle, for the first iteration, here I will be replaced with 0. Whatever detail of first cookie, I mean 0th cookie, will come in the object cookie. Now we want to access the name of cookie and value both, right? That we can do with the help of get name method and get value method. That we can access with the help of object of cookie class. As you can see, cookie.getName, cookie.getValue for the 0th cookie, right? Now during the second iteration, we will get the detail of second cookie in the same object. Then again we want to print the name of that cookie and value associated with this particular cookie, the second one. If we use the index number, this is our first number's cookie, right? And if we use counter for the cookie, then according to count, this is our second cookie. Here you can see for loop is over. As you know that we have defined only two cookies. After second iteration, the control will come out from the for loop, right? Your if condition is over, then else. In case if nothing is assigned in cookie, then it will show you no cookies found. Else condition is over, scriptlet tag is over, body tag is over, and HTML tag is over. Let us run our project. Here we got two text boxes, right? Let us enter one more new name in it. And click on submit button. Now we are on second page, that is main.jsp, right? Now the name of our third page is access cookie. access_cookie.jsp will manually open this page. And here we got all the values. First we got ID, session ID, that is also by default we get, right? That is inbuilt value. Then the cookies defined by us, by a programmer in the second cycle. The name of cookie is first name, its value is Sita, and the second cookie is last name and its value is Mehta, right? So these are the values we printed through access cookie JSP page. As I shown you in the previous session, if you close this page and if you reopen it manually and provide an address in an address bar, this will show you the same values. Why? Session is expired because we closed the browser, but the second two more cookies will remain alive for next 24 hours, right? This will remain alive for next 24 hours. Close your browser. Let us switch back to our document. Now one more example. Following example will show you how to delete an existing cookie, and when you run your main.jsp, it will return null value for first name only. See, we have defined two cookies, first name and last name. Here in the example we are going to delete only first name cookie, right? When we run main.jsp, then it will show us the null value for first name cookie. So let us begin. Create one more JSP page. Remove all default code and copy this code from our document. Let us go through the line by line. As we know that a head tag is required, then body tag begin, then you can apply a header. Okay, the important code is which is covered in scriptlet tag. Here we will define two cookie object. One is normal cookie object and second is an array of cookie, as we have done in previous page, right? Access cookie. In that page we have done same thing. Here now cookies equals to request get cookies. This will get an array of cookies which is defined in our main.jsp with its associated values, right, for a particular page. Now we are checking for if anything available in cookie or not. That we can do with the help of if condition. If you found something, then this will execute the code which is enclosed in if condition, right? This will print a header line found cookies name and its values. Now cycle as we have done in our previous program, right, with the for loop. cycle is begin. Integer I equals to 0, I is less than cookies dot length and I plus plus. Cookie equals to cookies of I. During the first iteration, this will access all the detail of 0th cookie, then first cookie, then second cookie, right? Like how whatever cookies you have defined in your main.jsp, the detail will come over here. Then we are comparing the name of cookie with this one, as we have decided to delete this cookie, right? Not the last name but first name we want to delete. So we are comparing the name of cookie with first name. If it is not available, then will not do anything, but if it is available, it found, then we will set its maximum age to 0. As you know that in our main.jsp we set the maximum age for both cookies 24 hours, so it will remain alive for next 24 hours. But here in this page we want to delete the value of first name cookie, right? So here what we are doing, cookie dot set max age 0. We are setting its maximum age to 0. Now adding detail of cookie by add cookie method, then we will print deleted cookie and cookie dot get name. Whatever cookie we are deleting from here, then the name of that cookie will be printed. Fine. Outside the if condition, out dot print cookie dot get name and cookie dot get value. If condition is over, okay, this bracket is for loop is over. If condition is over, and in case if nothing is defined, if not a single cookie is defined for this web page, then it will show you no cookies found. So let us begin from the main page, not from main but index page. Run your file. Okay. As we have accessed the name of cookie this page, through this page, access cookie. This will show you the name of all the cookies available or created by our index.jsp, main.jsp, right? Now delete cookie. Here you can see the deleted cookie is first name, right? With the help of this method, okay. Now copy this URL, close the browser, reopen, paste the address and run it again. Here you can see only it is only showing the last name. Why it is not showing the first name? Because it was deleted by the page delete underscore cookie. This one will be deleted after 24 hours automatically, right? I repeat, let us execute the whole project one more time. Right click, run. Give some different name. Click on submit button. This time we are running our index.jsp page. By clicking on submit button, we will move on main.jsp. Here you can see it is running main.jsp, and we have two cookies with name Gita and XYZ. Okay, now we will run access. Why we have not given a link in our previous page? For proving that we are running this page manually, so how the values will come from main to access cookie, right? It will come automatically because this page is related with the same domain. Here it is, first name is this and last name is this. Both values are defined. Now to destroy this cookie, we will call delete underscore cookie page. Run it. Our first cookie deleted, which is defined with a name, first name, this is deleted, right? Now copy this URL. URL means whatever written in your address bar. Copy this URL, close your browser, reopen it, paste the URL which you have copied and run the same page again. Here this will show you the value of second cookie. This will not show you the value for the first cookie. Why is it so? Because we deleted that cookie by setting its age 0, right? Here you can see if the first name, if any of the cookie match with the same name, first name, then set the maximum age 0. Fine, and this will make the expiry time of this cookie 0, and that's why when you reopen your browser you cannot see that cookie alive, right? In the same way you can delete even the second cookie. Do some changes in your existing program. Here you can insert one more if condition for finding the second cookie. Right? Run your example one more time. Enter the name. Click on submit button. Here we got the values for both cookies. Now we will run access cookie page. We got all the values, right? For first name and last name, these two cookies are defined by programmer. Now we will move on the next page, that is delete underscore cookie page. Here you can see. Okay, now copy the URL, close your browser, reopen it, no cookies found, as we have deleted both the cookies, right? We set the expiry time 0 for both cookies, so we didn't get any cookie over here. Even you can set less time instead of 24 hours. You can do the calculation. If you want to keep this cookie alive for only 1 hour, you can do some changes accordingly. Here we can remove 24, 60 into 60, which is equals to 1 hour, right? Similarly for the last name cookie, or even you can give the seconds directly like this. After 100 seconds I want to delete this cookie. Okay, this will remain alive for 100 seconds only. After 100 seconds this will get destroyed. So this is all about cookies, right? We have to cover only, according to our syllabus, we have to cover cookie and session objects only for JSP page, that we have covered in this 5 sessions. Note down both the examples in your journals. Example number 11, which is related to session object, and example number 12. For that you have to create only one project and you have to include 4 files in a single project, namely main.jsp, index.jsp, then access cookie.jsp, and the fourth one is delete cookie.jsp. okay, like this. That's it. This is enough for today's session. In the next session we will learn new concept, that is exception handling in JSP. We'll perform one example also. And how you can deal with errors, that also we will learn through this example. Thank you.